Hello everyone. Happy English Language Day to each one of you. Today, the 23rd of April, every year is celebrated as World English Language Day. And this day was observed by the UN in the year 2010, and then it has been it is continuing. And since we are also in the English group, it's our duty to read a little English, to read the history of English, how this day came into starting, and all about it. Alright, and today is also the today is the World Book Day and Copyright Day also, and even the birth anniversary of William Shakespeare. And do you know, it was today only, on the 23rd of April only, on his birth day, he had died also on this day. So it is both his birth and death anniversary today. Alright, so that was for the day today. And today we are going to continue the second part of Lost Spring by Anees Jung. In the previous class we had studied about Sahib-e-Alam, that was the first part, and today we are going to read about Mukesh, the second boy, who belongs to a family of bangle makers in Firozabad. Firozabad in India is a place where there are maximum families who are into this bangle making business. Alright, their whole family, all the family members are into this, and you know how this is done, how bangles are made. I just told that they are in the bangle making business, but it was no flourishing business. The condition of his family, Mukesh's family, and many other families over there, I told you maximum number of people over there are into bangle making, and their condition is pathetic, very saddening. They, when bangles are made, they are made, you have to have dark rooms, and they don't have big rooms there. They are not rich people, so they have small dingy rooms. And these furnaces are all these hot furnaces are emitting heat in the room. There is no light in the room, it is a dark room, and these furnaces emit such heat, so there is very high temperature in the room, and the rooms are very dingy, and there are no windows open over there. And when these bangles are made, spirals are made, these rounds are made, so you have to weld at one side. So when they do the welding, there is a dust of this glass in the room. When they weld the bangles into spirals, into those round rings, then there is a lot of glass dust in the whole room, because of which many members of every family have been blinded. Because that goes into your eyes. And you will not believe, so many children are doing this. They are employed for doing this. In cracker factories, we all know, when you have to make those crackers, the adults and the big elder people, they seldom join this small work. You get paid very less. So many children are involved in this cracker making or bangle making factories and all. Alright, now here they don't have any factories. Every house is making bangles. Alright, and Mukesh belongs to one such family. And as I told you that many laws have been, they have made those laws. That day also I told you in the previous video that whether they are being implemented, this no one is checking. And any day when it is very strictly enforced here in Firozabad, around 20,000 children will come out and become free of this. at the age when they should lead a carefree life, when they should go to school, they should study, they should be educated, they should play, they should have fun. They are into this type of work. Isn't it saddening? So once our author, Anise Jung, she gets to meet Mukesh when she goes there. And when she talks to him, he says that, I want to drive a car. That is his dream. He wants to drive a car. He wants to learn driving. And when he says this, our author feels that his dreams are like a mirage, illusion, just in the dreams. Whether this will come true, whether he will be able to fulfill his dreams, no one knows. Because there, the families are all into bangle making, and when the fathers are making bangles, they teach the same to the children. So their children are also into the same, and this carries on from generations to generations. So when she talks to Mukesh, Mukesh is, he wants to drive a car, and then he's very proud that his house is being rebuilt, it is being renovated, and there is a, shine in his eyes, and he takes our author to his house. Now when she is going, she's crossing the lanes, going down the lanes of Firozabad. The lanes lanes were stinking of the choked garbage. That means the basic amenities were not here too. I told you about Simapuri, such a bad condition in which they were living in those slums. It was same in Firozabad. But nobody bothered because everybody inside was making bangles. So anyway, she went there, and he reached his house, and with his kick of his leg, he opens his door, the door of his house, and it is a wobbly iron door, a rickety one. It makes a noise, it moves, and then it opens. And when she moves inside, she sees that it is a half-built house, not yet completed, and the yard of the house was filled with bundles of bangles tied together, made and tied together and all kept over there. It was a very unkempt courtyard. Unkempt, not maintained, because everybody was busy making bangles, nothing else. And there was this frail young woman sitting over there, frail, very weak young woman sitting there, and she was cooking meals for everybody in the house. She was Mukesh's brother's wife. So this weak girl, this lady, she was already in charge of, she was a very young girl and very weak, very impoverished. And she was in charge of these three men, Mukesh, his own husband, her husband, and the father of the house. Mukesh and brother's father. And then mother was also there. Right? And there was a girl, Savita, and probably it was not mentioned, but she must be this lady's daughter. So this lady, this frail lady, is making. And he saw that in she was cooking some spinach leaves, and as soon as this man entered, this old man, Mukesh's father, she got up quickly and she went behind to cover her head. So it was a tradition in their family that all these young girls, the daughter-in-laws, they had to cover their heads in front of the old people, the elderly people, as a mark of respect. Till date, this is going on in many places, but there are others who have become very forward-minded and have come out of this. One should have respect in eyes. in the deeds, whatever you do, you needn't cover your face or head or anything with anything. All right. So because it's long back, parda system was abolished, but there are still houses where this is continuing. That is what I told. There are so many things. When you go deep into it, you find that still people are conservative. They have those old traditions being carried on in their houses. So when she goes inside and she sees this man, when he comes, she moves the girl. This frail woman moves in. She covers her head as a mark of respect. And this old lady also comes, Mukesh's mother. And when Anees talks to her, so she says that it is our destiny, our karma, to make bangles. It is a God-given lineage. A work that God has given. We are destined to be bangle makers, and we cannot move out of this. So that is what is there in their thinking. They believe this, that it is their destiny, their karma. They have been destined to follow the God-given lineage of bangle making, and so everybody is making bangles. And she said that her husband, that is the father of Mukesh, he was a very weak, malnutritioned, impoverished man, very weak. And she says that he had done tailoring before when he was young, but that was not successful, so he started making bangles only. And that is what his sons are doing. He was not able to educate his sons. She very proudly says that they have been destined to make bangles. But one might think that what did he get by this? She said that they don't even get a proper meal. And this man was not able to educate his two sons. He knew no other work. He knew bangle making and he taught his sons to make bangles. And this is happening in every house, generation after generation. Everybody is making bangles there. And then she sees, and such colorful bangles, she sees in the yard. It is an unkempt yard, but the bangles are kept over there, tied into these bundles, these spiral of bangles, and they are kept, on the wooden cart, which is, carried to the market for selling them. And she sees that there is a girl, Savita, a small girl in a pink dress, such innocent face, such a pretty young girl, small girl. And she is also, she used to also make bangles. She used to sit with this old lady, and she used to also make bangles. Different colored bangles, paddy green, blue, yellow, red, maroon. And our author, she gets into a thinking that whether this small girl, does she know the sanctity, the auspiciousness of bangles? Bangles in our Indian families is, a symbol of auspiciousness. Unmarried girls may not wear bangles. There are girls who wear, but they wear those light green colors, pink colors and blue colors and all that. But once you are married, you have those, big maroon, red bangles. You are made to wear them to show that you are married. A symbol of suhag. And every occasion, according to the occasion, these young Indian girls and women, they change their colors of the bangles. When they are putting those haldi, they try to wear orange and yellow bangles. And when they are getting married in those red or magenta or maroon dresses, they want to wear those colors. So, symbol of auspiciousness and sanctity. But whether this small girl who is making bangles, does she know the sanctity of these bangles that she's making? No. She's sitting in those dingy rooms where there is such high temperature, and she's making these bangles with the lady because everybody in the house is doing the same. But she will realize the day she gets married. The way this lady, Mukesh's mother, got married years back. But what did she get? She's sitting making bangles. Husband has got blinded because he has been making bangles since years. He's impoverished, he's weak, blinded by this glass dust. And same is being followed by the sons. No wonder Mukesh wants to break this tradition. He wants to drive a car. He's ready to be a mechanic. He wants to learn to drive cars. And when Anise sits and she talks to this family, and she talks to the father and the son, Mukesh's brother, that why don't you people, everybody in the house, every house is making bangles, why do you people not make a cooperative? Then you can fix the amount, and then, things will become organized. Standard of living will improve because the way of earning will improve. But they fear the middlemen. They tell Anise Jung that middlemen are involved, policemen are involved, bureaucrats, sahukars, all this, it is a vicious circle of these people. They are scared of them. And if anyone tries to break and wants to change the line or do something else, they are beaten up, they are jailed. And so no one dares. Everybody is following the same traditions. They are afraid of these middlemen and the policemen, the sahukars, the bureaucrats, people involved in this. Just bangle making business, bangle making work, and become a business because of all this. They get very less price, but when they reach the city, so many people have eaten in between. Women go and buy such expensive bangles. I've seen, these ladies, when they go on occasions, on marriages, on karwa chauths, they want different designs, different, the pearls should be there on the glass bangles, and different colors, and, very expensive bangles. But these people in Firozabad, they do not earn that much. It is all because of this vicious circle of these policemen, middlemen, sahukars, bureaucrats, all in between. And so when she talks to Mukesh, and Mukesh says that I want to drive a car, she feels whether he will be ever able to break this line, this tradition of bangle making, and will he be able to become what he wants to? Will he be able to drive a car any day? Will he be able to fulfill his dream, which seemed right now like an illusion, a mirage in the dusty lanes of Firozabad? She asks Mukesh, do you want to even be a pilot and fly a plane? He looks down, embarrassed. He did not want to fly high. He did not even think of that. And very few aeroplanes cross this area of Firozabad. Very few they cross from there, so he never got that thought also. Moreover, he was very downtrodden, down to earth. He did not think of planes. He just wanted to drive a car, to learn how to drive a car. Think about these children. We should do something one day for these children. We should see that the acts that have been made for these children of right to education and all, should be implemented very, very seriously. Not only, it is made and put into the book of Constitution. No. We should do something for these children one day. So this was Lost Spring. The childhood that was not with these two children, the two examples that we have learned. There Sahib-e-Alam, he started working at a tea stall. He was no more his master. And here Mukesh belongs to this family, and maybe he will also one day be sitting and in this dingy rooms, and he will be also making bangles. Because she came to know that there were middlemen and bureaucrats, sahukars, policemen, all involved in this, and they were not able to leave that work. They could not come out of that. So Mukesh's dream will ever be fulfilled or not? It's a question mark. So very beautifully this Anees Jung has brought in front of us. She has enlightened us about these two children, and there are many like that in the world, in our country. Go through the chapter, read it, and if you have any doubts, please put it in my comment section. And once again, happy World English Language Day. Do read something today. Read a little about the history of this day. Do take good care of yourself. And yes, if you have not subscribed my channel, please do it. Thank you.